Is there any time frame in which we can expect to see the book and physically hold it in our hands?
Which book are we speaking of now?
The path to soul immunity.
Oh yes. So as the press release states, it will be released in the summer. And my goal, if you read the press release, there was a question asked as to why I decided to write this book and what really is the crux of it. What should we expect, you know? And I thought about because we're always, our actions are somehow driven by our experiences, right? And
Right.
so I thought about that little girl who was unsure about what her future held because, you know, she didn't have any, you know, her parents, supportive parents, you know, parent dying, and then having your brothers take care of you. I thought about the how that little girl could feel not only hopeless, but not have a not be perceived in a certain way that, say, a normal in quotation
Sure.
13-year-old could be perceived, especially in school when you're really a nerd, right? And all you want to do is just read, etc. And then the path beyond that, where perceptions of you uh, being who you are, literally being how genuinely you are as a person and wanting to grow, how that can be perceived as well, and the opposite beyond that. I want to speak to that because what I believe and what I tell I have two girls, almost 17 and almost 13, and what I discuss with them. Sometimes I bore them because, you know, I talk to them so much, and it's always a teaching moment. Everything
Sure.
I convert into a teaching moment. So, but because my mom did that, my mom, we had to learn 5 synonyms for each word. And it goes back to the same thing we were talking about, that when you're being prepared for something, you actually don't know at the time you're being prepared for it. But that actually helped me. I had to enter speech finals. I had to enter spelling bee contest. I was Portia in A Pound of Flesh, you know, the judge in A Pound of Flesh. I don't know if you, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that was like, what? I mean, she died when I was 13. So you imagine how young I was doing that, you know? And so the point is that all of these things actually prune you, but you don't know at the time, right? And so
Right.
that little girl, or that, I say adolescent because it's the British, because from Jamaica, I know you say adolescent. I always have to think about it. And that middle age, or, you know, 20-year-old, 30-year-old, 40-year-old, I'm thinking about that person and how they can process what they're going through in a different manner, such that their enlightenment can be accelerated. And that's what I tell my girls, that what I want for them, the reason I share these things with them, is because I want them to see, not with the optic nerve, not with the optic apparatus, vision beyond that. To see these things, recognize it, so that your path can be accelerated, that your enlightenment can be accelerated, because it's very helpful, not only to you, but to others.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.